kailangan kong bilhin manzana, karne. And the next thing you know, your number's over. It's like, oops.
So you went on
I
autopilot.
went on autopilot. It's hard to come back when it happens, but that's when it's another challenge. How not to go on autopilot? For example, you're doing a band gig and you're singing the same songs in the same order. How do you not drift? It's the same principle. How do you not lose yourself?
Stay present talaga.
How do you
lagi.
remain with the microphone, with your song, with your audience? Because it doesn't matter. It can be theater, it can be a regular gig, it can be anything. It's a problem.
Has it ever happened to you na naging paos kayo?
Yes.
How did you deal with that?
My doctor told me to go on vocal rest for 3 weeks, not speak at all for 3 weeks. Then I went to a voice teacher who taught me how to sing properly. Because it turned out pala that for the first few months of Miss Saigon, I wasn't singing correctly. I was singing with improper technique. Basically, it was just my talent that was getting me through night after night. I didn't know how to call upon my body to sustain the show. So, hindi ko alam kung paano kumanta ng maayos na technically correct, you know. So, maswerte kayong lahat that you have these teachers who are with you every day, because there are a lot of people who are doing this on a wing and a prayer.
Were you able to unlearn it right away? I mean, you've been singing for years, di ba?
You know, I was young enough. And my voice teacher understood naman. But the stress of, it's like learning how to sing for the first time. Again. Na parang, you've been singing all your life a certain way. And then now you have to learn a new way. But the new way was much better. It was like, you all know Tiger Woods?
Yeah.
Who doesn't know Tiger Woods? He actually had to relearn a lot of the technique after he's won Masters, the US Open, the British Open, whatever. And my husband will always remind me of this. He had to relearn his swing. So if you look at his swing before, his swing now, it's different. But he gets more mileage out of hitting.
Learning never ends.
It never ends. I still have voice teachers. I still have voice lessons when I'm in LA. And it never stops, because there's always something more to learn.
Do you vocalize every time you sing?
Every time I sing. Even if it's for 5 minutes. Even if I'm singing 2 lines, I have to. One, I'm paranoid. I'm scared of losing my voice. You know, and sometimes when you have a throat infection and you have to perform, your technique had better be strong, so that even if you're sick, you still sound like you're not.
Right.
You know, sometimes, you know, Isa, I think, wanted to kill me once because I had a really bad cold and I had technical rehearsals for Saigon and I was sick, I had a bad head cold. But when I would sing, it would still sound like it was normal. And it will happen na parang you have a scheduled gig, for example, January 15, Panky, you have a gig in, say, 6 Underground or whatever. And it happened to be the day that you fell ill with the flu. You have no choice. Unless you're dying, you have to show up at that gig and you have to sing as if you were
You have to die there, right?
So if you're gonna die, you die on stage.
Right.
So you do everything that you need to do.
The show must go on.
The show has to go on.
Yeah.
And, you know, so you take Biogesic or whatever, Tylenol, and do whatever you need to do. Have a humidifier or vaporizer backstage. If you have a road manager or manager, just text and say, I need this, so that I can perform, you know, half decent.
What was it like to have won the Olivier?
Oh my God.
What was that like? I mean, nakita mo, first of all, you see your name on the list, right?
Yeah.
And parang,
I was so excited. No, the thing
together with those people that you idolize,
I know, right? Exactly. No, firstly, I got the news. I didn't get my letter right away. Somebody
let me just explain, the Olivier
is like the Tony Award.
Tony Awards in London. I mean, talagang prestigious, you know. It can't get any better than that. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, I think we were doing the show, and the guy who was in another role, congratulated me. And I'm like, for what? You were nominated for I was. I did for an Olivier. It's like I didn't know. I didn't get
What's
my
an Olivier?
notification. I didn't get my notification until I saw the letter on my. I think I got a letter on my dressing table or something. Yeah. Congratulations, you've been nominated for an Olivier and there's a category. Wow. So then I asked around, what's the Olivier? I didn't know. I didn't know. And then they said, oh, it's like the Tony Awards, but for here. And I'm like, what, 18, 19 years old, and wow, this is cool, man. So you get to meet the other nominees at a luncheon, and
Mga talagang veterano na, di ba?
you meet just about everybody, and I didn't know anybody. I had my agent with me that day, I think, for the luncheon.
And you
And
asked
then
if this was this
I
or
don't
all
know
of
who
that.
anybody is,
Uh-huh.
you know, but it's no, but at the end of the day, I'm looking at my watch. Okay, what time is it? I have to go to work. Things like thinking about the show that yung pa rin na nasa isip ko. Okay. But winning it was kasi one, I thought I did not have a prayer of winning it. I didn't think na ako mananalo. Kasi parang, Elaine Page yung kalaban ko, and there's Judy Kuhn, who's the voice of Pocahontas. She's nominated that same year. I was nominated. And Elaine Page is the original Evita. And I think Patricia Hodge, and then there's me. Will this little Filipina win? So I'm sitting in my chair thinking, my brother's beside me. I'm thinking,
You're in the awards.
and I'm in the audience. And I'm, there's no way. I had Gerard with me. Well, no way. And then
Did you feel like, what am I doing here?
yeah. there's no way in hell I'm going to win this. Elaine Page is going to take this home, and I saw the show she was in, and she was incredible. So I'm thinking, all right, whatever, I got nominated, I should be happy, and I was very happy. And then like, the winner is Lea Salonga. Screaming, my brother's hugging me. I could barely walk in my heels, and my dress is like tight, and I'm like, I have to talk now. what am I gonna say? And so I'm clutching my trophy. And so isip ko, sa lahat ng mga inakalang hindi ako mananalo, papatayin ko kayong lahat. I had this inner monologue going in my head. To all of you who did not believe in me, screw you! This is going to be on TV, so I can't say the real word. Okay. But yeah, I was very thankful. I was thankful to God. I was thankful to my family, because especially my mom, because I was having nervous breakdowns, waking up at 2:00 in the morning, sweating from stress of being in that show.
Miss Saigon.
It's being in Miss Saigon still, because I was like, I'm losing my voice, and I have to perform, and I didn't know how to cope with this, and it's not easy, because you're counted on.
See,
to be there.
from here, it looks so glamorous, di ba? Parang they hit the big time and wala, ganyan na yan, madali na. But what we don't know is maintenance,
hard.
tama. It's easy to get it might be easy
to get the job,
part, not the job,
but it's
but
hard to stay.
maintaining it is really the key thing. It's not one job and you do it and then you rest in there.
No, after opening night, that's when the work
Staying power is the,
begins.
Yeah.
And dapat the performance gets even deeper and even better and even more layered, more interesting after opening night. It's fun to see a show, a long-running show.
Yeah.
6 months
That's
after
right.
it opens.
When everybody's
Because
comfortable in
you're
it.
comfortable,
Yeah.
people show up. But okay, when you show up for a show, 30 minutes before, call time mo na yan. And whatever you do during the day until you're called in is your business. Go to the gym, take your voice lessons, do your grocery shopping, pay your bills, take dance class, whatever you want to do.